in order for Luis to be able to participate with us for 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I had to move it.
So do you think it will be over by 4:45 by any chance?
How much do you think? Half an hour then?
Yeah, by half an hour. Yeah.
I don't know, but if you need to leave, you can leave. And
Because both me and Siddesh will have to leave.
okay, we
Siddesh,
will.
we'll move the meet for another half an hour. Is that okay with you?
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
meet.
I'm okay.
Okay, I'll move that.
I think we have another meet with Ridhima, so we'll plan it anyways. We'll plan it.
So I'm moving it between 5:10 to 5:15 to 6:15. In case we have to change this, we'll change it later.
Sure. After this call, we can
Yeah.
connect.
Actually, I don't think we need to be a part of this, Siddesh. This is a feedback. This is a it's like a SDP. It's a development program. It's a workshop. So you and I can get on a call right now separately, and we can discuss about the feedback for the videos.
Okay then. So do you want me to leave this call now?
We'll just check with Ella. Ella, do we both need to be a part of this workshop, or we have to discuss about training materials?
It's your choice if you want to be here or not. If you think it's something that you need to hear, it's about feedback and about again how to get this topic across, but and to how to practice it every day. It's up to you if you want to be here or not. For me, it's no problem. If you leave, it's so it's your choice how you want to organize your day.
We can discuss about the training material later. Let's continue.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we can start. Thank you for this. So I want first of all, I want to structure this meeting in the following way. So I want to first of all to get through the material that I have prepared for you some months ago, and then to get a chance to practice about how to speak when giving feedback. Okay. So we will take some examples, and if you have some topics in your mind and you can volunteer, I will volunteer myself, so we can make this a practice session where about when we get to that, I will explain to you more. So let me just okay. First, I will start the conversation. I want to take like 10 minutes to go through this presentation and then get the practice. I want to start the conversation by asking you, what do you know about feedback? Or what would you like to know about feedback that you don't already know?
I mean, I don't know if that includes in it or not. If there are any parameters on which the feedbacks needs to be measured, like anything specific criteria wise.
Mm-hmm.
So if that needs to be there or not, or like specific things, not like vaguely giving anything. So this is one of my questions.
So you're thinking about how to measure feedback, or how
Yes.
to measure if the feedback has been efficient, it has been
Yes.
perfectly done.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else from any other person?
The purpose of giving feedback is to improve the situation of person, like performance.
Okay. Thank you, Arun. Yes. Any other questions?
Is acknowledgement important for the feedbacks as well?
Mhm. Okay. Okay. If you have any other any more ideas down the presentation, you can just interrupt me and ask, and I will stop to take your questions. Okay. Okay. So, what is feedback? The definition is that it is information about reactions to a product, a performance of a person or a task, which is used, as Arun said, as basis for improvement. So what is important in this definition is that feedback is based on information and facts. So it's not based on thin air, it's not based on feelings, it's based on facts. And the only purpose of feedback is to improve a status, a situation, a behavior of a person. If you want to share a feeling, you share a perception. And the conversation starts by saying, can I share something that I perceive? Can I share my perception? My perception is not a fact or is not an information. It's just a perception. It's a little bit of reality, it's not the entire reality. Nobody has the entire reality. Okay? So, again, if I want to say to Sidesh, I am really mad at Sidesh and I don't know, I'm mad, I'm just angry, let's say. And I want to give him feedback and I say, Sidesh, what about, do you have some time for me to give you some feedback right now? And Sidesh says, yes. And I say, I'm really angry at you because you make me feel like this and like that. And Sidesh is looking like me, what feedback is this? I should say, Sidesh, can I share a perception that I have? Can I share a feeling that I have? I got really angry because you said this or you said that. Okay, this is not feedback. Good? More. When there are two types of feedback, let's say, and one of it is, most of us, we use feedback to correct a situation or to improve a situation. Very rarely we use it, or only some of us got the skills to use it to recognize success in other people and to keep encouraging them and to keep feeding that encouragement. This is why I wrote here, be brave and recognize that success, no matter how little or how big the success is. For example, for somebody that doesn't have Excel skills and they are trying to learn how to put numbers in a column, for me, because I know it is not a big issue, but for them, because they have tried to do something to improve their situation, it is a big issue, and you should recognize that success. And you should take some time to say, I see that you're working hard on this. I see that you're trying to get yourself better and to improve your skills. I think you're doing a great job on this. Okay? Also, be very specific. Don't say, even myself, I say, you did a great job. And I think it should be better if I say, at the end of the day, guys, you did a great job today because you finished on time. You did a great job today because you delivered and no rejections were there. You did a great job today because we had many jobs, more than ever, and you managed to get them out of door. So more precise. But even saying good job, and it's a sign of trying to do something. But if you're or to share something great, but if you're more specific, that's even better. So again, if at any point before having a conversation about feedback, you feel angry. You want to make that person feel bad, make them feel incompetent, even if you think they are incompetent. Just pause. Postpone the conversation, breathe, count to 10, whatever you want to do. But do not take the conversation at that point in time, because the whole purpose of the conversation to improve the person, it's wrong. So you will build a conversation out of anger and revenge, which will not lead to anything good. So sure, it is sometimes it makes us feel good to get that revenge or to get that anger out, but we only minimize, we only make ourselves smaller and actually not at all better than the other person. Okay, so the takeaway for this is base the feedback on facts. The only purpose and the only intention is to improve and to make that person's situation, behavior be better. And if you want to take revenge or any negative emotions, you should just postpone the conversation for a moment when you are more balanced and more centered. Okay? Any questions on this?
Nothing.
Okay.
No.
What is not feedback is, what it is. I told you, it's information and facts that you use to make a person, or a situation or a behavior better. What is not feedback? Feedback is not a way to put people down, to judge them, to project your own judgment on others, and or a way to correct a person. We had this conversation many times. For example, if I think that, and I give you an example over and over again, women are not good with technology, then I might have this judgment in my brain. And when I want to give Ridhima feedback, I would say, with this judgment, you're doing a lousy job, you're not good with technology anyway, women are not good with technology, what do you do here, and so on and so forth. This is my own projection, it's not Ridhima, or is not, the person in front of me. And again, we are in a workplace here. I don't want to improve any of you, because if I feel that I want to improve you as a person, it feels like I'm a superior type of person, which is not the case. Okay? I want to improve your behavior, not you as a person. Can you make this difference between behavior and the person? Somebody may act in a negative way. It doesn't make them a bad person. It makes them a person that maybe at that point in time was not able to regulate their emotions, were not able to speak about the way they feel, or they did not know any better. It doesn't mean that they are a bad person. Okay? So why is this helpful to have this information? One, because when I am acting this way, I also know that I am not a bad person if I don't do the right thing every time. And when somebody yells at me, I told you this before, nobody is yelling at you. They are yelling at their past. It's their own inside person that cannot handle what is happening. So they are not yelling at you. They are yelling at the situation, that they are yelling at something else. So distinct all the time the behavior for that person. So if you want to give feedback to somebody about the way they behave, you said, when you behave like this, it happened like this. Not say, you're stupid, you're embarrassing, okay, clear, I think it's clear. Use it whenever you feel it's necessary. Don't wait until the formal conversation comes. Every day. The more you use it, the more you will get to do it. It is based on facts with the aim to improve. Remember all the time this, okay? You don't have to use it when you are out of your zone, when you're not feeling balanced, when you are really nervous, and so on. Okay. Feedback or feed forward. Do you guys remember the difference between these? So feedback is like watching in the rear mirror. You're driving, for the ones that are driving, you watch in the mirror and you see what is behind you. Feed forward is focusing on what to do next time. So for me, the best thing is to review the facts and think about how to do better next time. This I found to be the best solution. Why? Because if you only review the facts, you stay in the past. And you know, it's in the past. But if you practice and you make a plan for what is going to be changed next time, then it means you have a plan to act in the future. There is a very fine thing. Feedback is telling you what not to do. Feed forward is telling you what to do. Okay? So for example, for your, let's say in your private life, or no, let's say work life, okay? Because private life might be tricky. So let's say work life. You say to your editor, do not use this color anymore. It's the wrong color to use. And you gave the everything balanced, and you had the right conversation and used the right words, and you're saying don't use this color. If you don't tell them what color to use in which situation, they are lost. Or you say to somebody, I didn't like your behavior. Your behavior had the following reaction. It created a tension in the team. We wasted a lot of time discussing about it. Therefore, we were not able to finish the jobs in time. We were late. Then the customer was unhappy. Okay, fine. And then next time, this is feed forward. Next time, when you have this type of situation, please don't call the entire team. Call only me, and we will have a one-to-one conversation, and the team will not waste time. So come, think about a solution, think about what to do next time. Okay. Okay, I have 4 minutes left. So this is a formula. In most of the formulas are in 5 steps, 5 or 6 steps. How to start a feedback conversation, or a feedback/feed forward, or a combination of those, how you want. This is my preferred version. So always ask for permission. Is this a good time to have this conversation? It's important to ask the person even if they are your subordinate. Don't think that if you are their boss, you can all the time have this type of conversations, because they might feel busy, they might feel stressed, they might have a situation, or simply they might be too upset about the situation itself and they cannot focus. So choose the right time. And if they say, no, I think I would prefer to postpone, that's fine. This is not insubordination. Okay? Not asking permission is abuse. Okay, and they answer yes or no. Respect what they answer. Don't push it. If they say, no, I don't think it's the right time, don't push it. But why? You don't feel good? Why you don't feel good? Is this something with your health? No. Be respectful of their boundaries, okay? Step back and say, okay, let me know when you have the time. Of course, there might be people that all the time postpone the conversation. You as a supervisor, you have to see if this is a repeated pattern. Okay, and if they postpone it once, twice, You then say to them, okay, I understand that you don't wish to, I offered you 2 possibilities to have this conversation and you did not take them in different days. What is the underlying issue behind this? You understand that we should have this conversation, and the behavior of postponing, it's a behavior that, you know, is not comfortable for me. It creates more, you repeat the problem, the same problem, and so on and so forth. So again, this doesn't mean that if you ask for permission, your how to say, I don't know, in Romanian is something, they take you for a fool. They say, this is a you know, this is a supervisor that is, you know, soft and I can do whatever I want to them. Okay, respecting the permission, it's something else than to be soft. Okay, is it clear the difference?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
good. Start with the facts. What does it mean, facts? Information, specific things. When you did this, when you did that, last week, yesterday, so on and so forth. So be specific in your description. Yeah, there might be things that you were bothered about that nobody remembers. Remember when you told me, I want to talk to you about your situation and you are not able to confront whatever. And that person said, what? Tell me again, what do you want to talk to? Yeah, sometimes you were telling me when, sometimes when. Ask. Okay, if you are in the situation to receive feedback, even from your boss, the boss comes to you and says, Ridima, sometimes you do this mistake. Sorry, when? Sometimes when? Yesterday you made this mistake. Okay, yesterday when exactly? Because I had a lot of things to do yesterday. What happened? So be very specific. And if you are receiving feedback and the person is not specific, ask them to be specific. This is again not insubordination. If you give feedback to somebody and they ask me when did this happen, this is not insubordination. This is asking for specific things. Okay. So okay. Impact. I feel that, or you know, share your what you feel or what happened to you, and what were the consequences and the impact on yourself, on the team, on the department, on the organization, on whatever. So when you did this happened. Okay. And then focus on what you want to happen next. So new outcome. This is the point 4. Be constructive. So it happened this, so I would like to next time to happen that. And you get to have a conversation with the person, and then you agree on the way forward, how to do next time. In step 3 and step 4, there should be a dialogue. So we should share. You say what happened to you, how is for you. The person gets to say, you know, for me it was like this, and so on and so forth. And we should agree on a way forward. Okay. Okay, I will offer you an example so we can have a more specific thing. Let's say, John, is it a good time to discuss about the report that you sent me? Okay, and you know, John might say, what report, boss? I send you 3 reports per day. The one with the numbers about, you know, rejections. Okay, that one, good. The last report that you sent me was so bad. Okay, this is not feedback, it's tempting, but no, you have to be specific. So try this. The last report you sent me contained errors for the KPIs XYZ. And I noticed this because I was looking to the information from another system or whatever, how you identify the error. So be specific. Again, and then continue. When I receive KPIs that are not accurate, I have to work extra time to align them, investigate the root cause. I'm so frustrated because it takes a lot of time. And also we have to take decisions based on those numbers. And if those numbers are bad, then the decisions might be bad. Next time, I would like you to consider to check your data accuracy before sending so on and so forth. And John might say, look, but I extracted the data from the system, whatever, and I did this and I did that. And then if you talk, you actually realize that there is, another source of data, or another way forward that makes sense. So from the combined conversation, John has his point of view, you understand, and it's you maybe agree to use another source of information. And we say, okay, thank you. From now on, we will use the data source from then. Think about who else is impacted if it's a new change. So improve. It will be if you need to inform somebody else, or I will inform the teams A, B, C if it's the case to inform somebody else. Okay. So all the time, start with permission, discuss the facts, discuss the impact, discuss the way forward. What's the new plan? Okay. Okay, and another one was, okay, performance. This is very often happens. You have your editors and you need to share with them the files that we discussed last week, all of the supervisors here. You asked Nick Carter, is this a good time to discuss about your performance in the last 6 weeks? Yes, Mom Angie, it's very good. I want to discuss with you that. Good. I noticed that your speed of editing, let's say you discuss with Nick Carter, has decreased from 8 minutes. It became longer to 8 to 11 minutes per photo. What happened to you? What happened there? And he might say, yeah, I was tired, I had the situation, or I was not focused, or I did not realize that, or whatever, or I felt that I had so hard job, or before you were giving me only bronze job and now you started to give me silver job, so I struggle with them. There are many images in a day. Listen to the person, to what he's saying, right? So you say, look, when your speed is getting worse, the performance is getting worse, your career, the team's performance overall is not better. You have your ambition to be a gold editor and this is not contributing to your ambition. The consequences of these actions. And, ask the person, what do you need? I mean, what do you need to improve the speed? And he might say, look, I need training. I need some more practice. I need to be left alone. So I need time to think, or I need a feedback session in the afternoon, 3 minutes with you, or I need to shadow somebody, or in the conversation, agree with the way forward for that person and respect it. Okay? Because another thing, if you reach a plan and you don't follow that plan with that person, it's for nothing, it's zero. Follow the plan and constantly ask him, we had a feedback session 2 weeks ago. How was it? Where are you on the plan? Are you still there? Are you struggling somewhere? Just, this is, 10 seconds of your day to ask the person this. It shows that you care. It shows that you remember. It shows that you are on top of their performance and so on and so forth. Okay? Okay. That was it for me. If you guys want to work on some examples, and what I find that is very useful is to actually repeat the words in your native language or in English, how you prefer, but I think because in your native language, repeat the words together and start with the permission and continue with the facts and continue with the impact and next time. So like golden rules. Okay? So let's have, we have 27 minutes to practice. We can choose a topic of feedback if you want, and I will, if somebody wants to give feedback to me, for example, let's say that I have, you can give feedback to me about how was it for you this session, that what I presented to you right now. It's a real situation, it's indeed. Again, we are practicing It means that we are here to learn. We are not here to laugh at each other, to mock each other. We are here to learn and to try. We might not succeed from the first time, the second time, the third time, but it's important to try. Okay? Who wants to start?
Giving in examples, Ella, has it?
No, you, Ridhima, you try to give feedback to me to the best of your abilities right now about how I did in this presentation. So if we were, out of the context and you say, how do you start the conversation with me about giving me feedback about this presentation?
I guess overall we have included all the points. I mean, you have included all the points. It's just if we could add more of a case studies from each perspective, like in both the cases, like what are the things that we should not do during the feedbacks, as you have mentioned, precisely in more detail, so that each and every one of us as an individual get a more knowledge about. Yeah.
The only way to know what to do and not do is to practice.
Yes.
So again, I'm coming with the request to you. You give me feedback right now. I hope you agree on this about how was this presentation for you, or how I did in this presentation, or whatever. About what happened. Let's try a feedback session right now, and then anybody can take their turn about other situation. It's fine.
Okay. First of all, it was actually very informative. I have collected few of the pointers which
Ridhima,
I might.
start. What is the first line when you want to give feedback to somebody?
It should be based on the facts and the permission. Like
Permission. So first ask for my permission.
Okay. So, Ella, do you have the right? Is it the right time to talk to you regarding the feedback, and if I could share my thoughts for
Sure.
your current presentation?
Yes, very well. Sure.
Okay. So based on, whatever pointers you have mentioned regarding the feedback, I guess it was really constructive for each and everyone, and especially for me, because I guess I was missing few of the pointers, and maybe it was not in a correct manner. So I would be really careful regarding that thought process.
And what pointers or 1-2 examples that were specifically very important to you?
Like I said, be more specific. I should know as an operational manager that I should know what are the things that should be included, so that I can share the same knowledge with my subordinates and peers and with the supervisors, that they should also take care of those things. So that is one thing. The time thing, yes, that one should take certain time if they're not feeling very good that time, or not in control in their own mind state of mind. Yes, these were the things.
Okay, and now it's very good how you did. You said how it was for you, and now you should say the impact, and you should say, I feel that when I use this type of feedback, for me the situation will be like this, and like this. Yeah, so I will, because this is type of a positive feedback, so it's a combination of how the situation is for Ridhima and how the situation will improve and how she will do from next starting today. So you can say it has been really useful, and I will integrate these points in my regular feedback sessions, and I will see how it goes, and maybe there are some things that I will manage to do, some things that I will not manage to do, but anyway, I will try. So I will get back to you after some weeks of practice, let's say, after a week of practice, and I will let you know where I struggle. So yeah, kind of like this. But the structure was good, yeah. So the permission, the fact, how is it for you, how you will operate in the new model. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Somebody else, that's maybe imagine that you want to give feedback to your editor. I can be the editor, or some other conversation that you want to imagine, and or even between yourselves, I don't know. Lalit can give feedback to Deep. Deep can be the editor, and Lalit can be the supervisor, or vice versa. It's important to practice to say the words. It's very important.
So, Ella, for example, we can do a small exercise with each and every one of them. Not every one of them, but at least with few, where we can give them a case study and we can see how they are going to, give the feedback. So, for example, if I can ask Angelica, hello, Angelica. Yeah. So I'm giving you an example where one of your editor is doing mistake and he is using, clarity and texture bar in Lightroom again and again, which we have already told him that not to use this slider whenever you are doing correction in Lightroom. So you are facing that issue again and again. And now let's say I'm that editor and you have to give him a feedback. So how you can give that feedback to him?
Great.
So Angelica, you can just share the feedback with me on that particular case.
So Siddesh
You
is
got
the editor, and Angelica, you're the supervisor giving feedback about that particular situation, right?
Yes. So
Okay. Please, Angie.
if you're ready, you can just try it. Yeah.
Thank you, Sadish. Okay, Sadish, can I have a conversation with you right now if you are available?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, we are talking right now. I want to talk about your performance regarding on your um just some issue like the clarity that I found out that you always do it the same mistake again. May I know what's the reason for it, or maybe you just do you make
Angie?
any
Don't
action?
ask why, Angie. This is for Ridima, for all of you. Don't ask why this is happening, because they just did it. It's not important. Say, when you do this mistake, it takes more time or whatever the impact is. So say what's the impact of that mistake?
Yeah. So try to be specific, Angelica. Just mention, I have found that in so and so image you have used clarity and let's say texture slider when we have asked you to not use that particular slider.
And when you do this is
fact.
what's happening. The quality of the image is not good. You get rejection. So you understand, Angie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Sadish, I found out in your image your clarity has been too much, and
Great.
also some of the the other I found it very good, but there's just few of it clarity are too much, which I found out also the other day. So may I know how it happened, or maybe you can share to me how did you do it or this picture.
Good. It is good that you have also shared a comparison between the peers and that particular person, like why others are and how others are doing it. So it is good that you have mentioned that particular thing, and you also need to mention that because of you doing because of you using that clarity bar or a slider, our QA has to spend more of his time on correcting those images in so and so. So you also need to mention the impact, why you are telling him or her, not to do it. So that also you need to be very much clear. So good.
So say like this, Angie. I noticed that in some images you use the clarity which was too much. In other images you didn't. Other people don't use it. When you use the clarity to, at this level, the QA has to rework the images, and then you get rejections, and it increase the time of delivery. And instead of asking, why did you do this? You ask how. Never ask why. You just have, and you ask, how did you decide to use this clarity? Because this level of clarity, because then the editor will say, let's say what Siddesh answers. Siddesh, how did you decide to use this level of clarity? And he will explain, the editor will explain the fault in his thinking. If you ask how, he thinks about the process, he doesn't think about how to excuse himself. You don't want to get him, oh my God, she's going to punish me. You want to get his mind to open and to explain his process of thinking. You get it, Angie?
Yes, ma'am.
It's like asking you, Angie, why you didn't do the feedback correctly? And you say, Ionela, I didn't do it because I just learned it. It's not important why. It's important how. Okay? So again, so how, and Siddesh can answer, how did you thought about choosing this level of clarity?
Yeah.
And you can answer.
And then once it is done, then you can guide that person saying, okay, you should use the
Time.
slider in this manner, yeah, or maybe you can avoid using those slider, whichever way. So that is how you should guide that particular guy. So good, Angie, I think you have tried very well answering this particular question. So good.
Thank you,
Well tried.
Angie.
Thank you, Ma'am Lunella.
Thank you.
Good job,
For-
Angie.
It's not
Thank you,
easy
yeah.
thank you. It's not easy to put yourself out there, and Angie and Ridima. I would like to notice that the girls put themselves out there and they are very open, and I would like to have a man colleague of ours trying to practice.
Guys, come on. You can do it.
Yeah, I would like to ask one question to Georgie if he's there. Georgie?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'm just asking you a feedback about the batch action, what I have, shared with you. So please share a genuine feedback on that in this manner so that we can, take this as a case study and we'll see how it goes.
What about study?
The droplet, the action, what I have created and shared with you guys. The droplet.
Yeah. Droplet about image resize. Yes.
Resize, yes,
Mhm.
image resize, yeah.
Mhm.
Automatically, yeah. So let's say you are
Mhm.
giving me a feedback on that, based on this particular structure.
Mhm. So this is the good time to discuss about the droplets you gave us.
Yeah, please, Georgie, please tell me.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Can you
Facts, Georgi. Say facts, information.
yes, but I can't because I didn't.
Please be open, Georgie. So in this case, you need to say that yes, Siddesh. Thank you first of all for sharing this action, automatic action of resizing an image. But what we are feeling is, we have already created our own action, okay, which are already there, and people are quite settled with that action. So how it is going to, add value to our process? So that is when that how will come in picture. And then at that time, the person who is answering you will let you know why, means how and why he has to implement that. So this is how it should work. So if you like to try, you can continue, or else we can take some another example. You just tell us.
I wanted to say about your droplets because our trainers or editors are using their own actions which are same like this droplet because they also their actions also can reduce the size images. What's the advantage your droplets and how why should I advise them use your droplets and not their actions? Can you explain them more
Yeah.
better? This.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I understand the impact of this droplet is you are saying that people are already using the action, and if we ask them to implement it, they will be getting more confused. That's the reason you are asking me, means why and how we can do this. So the thing is, see, this is an automated process where you don't need to be present when you apply that to a particular folder. So if there are more than 50 images or maybe more than 100 images on which you need to apply this kind of resizing action, you can just play this droplet or play this back, and you can do your other work where wherein this automation part will take care of resizing thing. And that is how I want you guys to use it. So this is my answer to your how. Okay, so here you will get better clarity on the feedback what we are discussing about. So yes, then you may say, okay, fine, but still I don't think it is going to reduce much of our time. Okay, because even if we do it by our own old methodology, we are going to take same time as the way you have explained it. But yes, in case if we are doing multitasking and the time when we need to work on Excel or maybe Google Sheet, we can use this option. So this can be our way forward. So this
So
is a
the way
different
forward, the way forward can be, okay, I understand the benefits of your technique. Maybe it's not useful for me right in the day, but it's good to have both options and to be able to choose between which one fits for me, and or to teach the team to use both or whatever, or it's
At
a good
least-
backup option or whatever it is for you.
or you can say at least it's a learning for you. I have learned how to use a droplet or maybe let's say batch mode. So good, and we can share this knowledge. So it's like that. So the feedback should be very genuine, and it means we also need to be prepared to receive that kind of feedback. So good. Thank you, Georgie.
Thank you.
I want to exemplify a situation where I read an email and I'm really, really mad. I'm like, I want to, slam the door. I'm so mad that, I don't know, I read an email that, I don't know, somebody, let's say again, Sidesh, because I see he's very willing to practice, I don't know, said something that was not true about about the work that I did. Said maybe Ionela was late on her deadline, although I was not late. Let's say that this happened, or and I take my time. I don't call Sidesh right away because I'm very mad, and I might say to him things that I regret. So I just let some time, let's say for me, it's a matter of minutes, but for some people it can be a matter of seconds or a matter of hours. When I'm ready, I will call Sidesh and I will ask him, Sidesh, is this a good time to discuss about the email that you sent 2 hours ago? Sidesh? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, I was just listening. Yes,
So,
yes, Ella.
Sidesh, when I read your email, I don't want to hide from you the fact that I was really, really angry, and I wanted to call you right away, but I didn't because I wanted to have this conversation with you when I was feeling better. So your email got me really upset, and the fact that you said there, the fact that you said there that I stepped on my deadline, and instead of delivering yesterday, I delivered 10 days later. It's simply not true. And you sending that email to many other people, it put me in the bad, in a really bad light, and it looks like I'm not doing my job when I'm actually doing my job. So yeah, that's the situation, and it got me really, really angry.
Okay, so in that case, maybe I might have shared that information or maybe data mistakenly, and my intention might be different. So I can reply like, okay, I'm so sorry for that, because why I have shared that data, because I just wanted to highlight that maybe I was quite busy, or maybe I thought this is what you've done wrong, or and in order to improvise that, I have just shared that thing. So my intention was this. So please, don't take it in a wrong sense, and definitely in future, I'll try to be, be more specific, so that we can avoid that kind of confusion in future. So I can
Okay.
reply in that way. Yes.
Okay, and I will say something like, okay, I understand your position. I understand where you're coming from. Next time, please try to call me in advance, because I don't want my reputation to suffer from this type of written conversation. And I would like you to call me and to ask me if anything is not clear for you, in order to be able to set this between us before it blows up any further. And yeah, thank you for your intentions, and that's it, actually.
Yeah, and then I can acknowledge that, okay, yes, sure, in future definitely I'll double check and confirm the data and confirm the information what I have before sharing it over the email, so that it means means I can avoid this situation. So this is how we can deal with these kind of things.
Mhm. Okay. And I think we have time for another example, and I think it's an example that was coming from us over and over again. Let's say that I am an editor, that I don't want to take practice jobs. Who wants to give me feedback on this? I'm the most annoying, horrible behavior editor. I'm a gold editor. I work for this company for 5 years, and I say, why are you giving me practice jobs? I'm like, I don't need to practice. I'm already gold editor. Please.
It's hard to say.
Oh, if it's
Can
hard to say to me that I'm hating it, imagine how hard it is to say to the guy. So come on, man up.
Lalit, are the people who actually face this most, I guess. They should be
Lalit,
the
you
one.
want to try?
Can I allow start?
Come on. Okay, I would even like this. Yes, boss, tell me, what's the problem?
Okay. Hello, Ella. How are you?
I'm not that good. You ask me again to do practice jobs. I'm a gold editor. in
No,
this program.
I'm not giving you practice job, Ella. Don't worry about it. Ella, do you have a few time for feedback?
Yes, if you don't give me practice jobs, of
No,
course.
I'm not giving you practice. Okay, Ella. Yesterday, you have received one of job. It was very dark, right? Sorry, basement job it actually. So I just noticed your images. It was very dark, and you did not too much good. It will be better. You can do, but you know, your feedback, your quality feedback, which I received from Deepak Gupta and Bipin. See, there is so many issue on there your images. So Ala, your first of all,
What
you're
issue
very
do I have in my images? What do you mean?
it's like it's very grainy images. First of all,
Hmm.
so it's very hard. I understand you will you done a first cam, so I understand your you don't know how do you deal with that kind of images, and you're good
What do you
on
mean? I'm just playing now. What do you mean I don't know, boss? I'm a gold editor. I work here for 5 years. Or you're
yeah,
telling me
you're
I don't
gold,
know how to edit?
you're gold editor. I know, but Ella, in gold job which you are received, it's very simple, and it's very bright up images which a photographer also click the pictures. But yesterday you will receive first cam basement images, right? So basement images we will receive on not we will receive on daily basis. We will receive sometime after 1 month or 15 days, 20 days, and luckily you received yesterday. So I
Boss,
just
nobody told me how to edit basement images.
if nobody told you, so you have to talk to me, Lalit. I received these images, but I don't know how to edit this kind of images. So I definitely, I was tell you how to do. But no worry, it's fine.
But if I call you and I say that I don't know, you might think that I'm not competent.
What?
If I call you and I say, boss, I don't know how to do these images, you will think that I am not good and I am not competent to work.
So on that case, I'll show you how to edit one picture, and you can just follow the steps. Nothing. It's not hard. It's everything is easy if you do your practice. That's why I'm saying again and again, whenever you will receive less of amount images and you have a time 2-3 hours, you have to edit on practice job, like hard of images. Not
So this is why we need practice to prepare me for future jobs.
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm saying you have to do, whenever you have a 1 hour, so at least 2 images you do on practice, not do all for, right? So I hope you understand why I'm, said you again and again, all the team, please do practice job. Whenever
I am not happy about it that I have to do practice, but I understand why I have to do practice.
yeah.
So what do I do next time? I don't understand. So tell me again, what do I do next time?
Next time, whenever you, first of all, if you receive that kind of images, so first of all connect with me. Okay, I will show you how to do how you do edit, and then after, when you finish your work, then again you practice on that images. If you're comfortable, you can practice on weekend. If you're not comfortable, so you can practice half an hour just on 2 images. Okay, that's
So if you're busy and you don't, you're saying I don't have time.
you know very well. I'm not saying I'm not said to my team I'm busy. I'm always free for you. I'm busy with another people. Okay, for another people. Otherwise, I'm always free for my time, for my team.
But let's say that you are in somewhere and cannot talk, and I have this difficulty. What do I do? Who do I call if you're not there?
If I'm not there, so you can call Deep. You can call Pin also. The guys are here for us. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Okay. No, thank you so
Otherwise,
much.
you are doing great job. You are a good editor, and your performance graph is very high. So I will talk to Owen with your increment. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, great job, Lalit.
Yeah, increment also happened on the same note.
Sorry.
Okay, so you okay, Lalit, what I like.
Lalit, if Owen says no, will you pay from your pocket?
No. I can handle it.
Guys, don't give any financial
So, let's
commitment
come
to
back.
anyone.
Just
Just giving
joking.
you,
Just joking. I know.
I'm just giving you an advice.
In a minute, I will give feedback. Lalit, do you have some time for me to give me feedback about your feedback session? Lalit, say yes.
What?
Okay, so I was joking. I was asking permission to give. So what I liked is about the fact that you made an introduction and that you took a particular example to show that editor that he has to improve the skills, and then said, you have to practice exactly because of this. This is why you need to practice. Okay. And this was, the strategy was very good. What you can do next time is to let the editor talk. Don't interrupt him. Don't talk over. Let him talk, because he has to say, to ventilate, to express himself. Okay, and you know this about him, so you let him talk and to say, okay, can I interrupt you? You know all this. You know what you know. I understand very well. And then okay. And okay, don't make any promises or any whatever. And don't feel like you have to say something nice at the end, like you're a very good editor. You discussed about the situation, you agreed on something. So next time I will call you if I don't know how to do this, and you will teach me. That's fine. We shake hands on it. That's great. Have a great productive day. And so on. You don't feel like you have to say you're a great editor, because if you say this to me again, I might say, but you just said me that I need the practice. So why do you tell me I'm a great editor? So, okay, keep it. You called about the topic. That's it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Great practice.
Thank you.
And one more thing I would like to just add up over here, because this is the right kind of example we have taken. See, once the comprehensive training material is in place, that time, Lalit, you can, hold that editor's neck, and tell him that, what, see, if you go to section so and so of this so and so, you will find that how to edit the basement property, in which on so and so section you will see that if you go to this kind of room or maybe area, you should work like this. Even after that, you will find do's and don'ts, where you will see we have clearly mentioned that you should not be brightening up that image up to this level, and still you have done it. So once you have those things in place, you can actually present the facts which are not there right now, and that way you will not able to counter react that particular editor very effectively, because so that is the reason there is a gray area, there is a subjectivity involved. So we are trying to bridge that gap, where we can actually in such scenarios we can use these videos, these material as a weapon, so that if he try to counter react on your comment, then you can definitely tell him that, boss, see, you already spent so and so time on this day. We have asked you to go through about this particular topic, where we have already explained about this. Even after that, if you said that next day to your supervisor that, yes, I have cleared and I have understood what you have told me, what you have taught me yesterday, so now you cannot complain about it. So everything was explained to you in well mannered, and if now you are giving me an excuse about this, then it is not acceptable, and that will become an objective. So this is how we should develop. So let's see how it goes.
Sure.
But this is to give you an idea about how we should deal with such situation in future.
Okay, we have passed the time with 6 minutes. Ridima has raised her hand, and then I have another comment, and we should wrap up if there are no.
Just a quick thing, Ella. Last time, I guess you have explained us regarding the verbal feedbacks and the written feedbacks. So it would be great if you can just, in a sum up thing, let all people in the meeting know that how, if you're giving a written feedback to everyone, how important is the subject line, how important is for them to make a note of the next feed forward for them. If they're discussing the same thing in the feedback, it is very important for each and everyone. Because this morning when I was having the conversation with Angie regarding how to write the feedback, so how I really like the fact that Angie was actually writing each and everything on the sticky notes in the diary, and actually mentioning the date for the second feedback as well. So it is very important. So if you
Yes.
could please throw some light on that.
Yeah, so the written feedback structure is the same as the verbal feedback structure. It's actually the same. The only thing is you're not asking for permission in written, but you make some kind of introduction saying, I would like to share with you my feedback regarding the following situation, or or things about your performance, or to make an introduction about the topic, and then state the facts. This happened. State the impact. This is and what you would like to be different next time, and propose an action plan. If next time 2 weeks we will have again this conversation, and make sure that you have again this conversation in 2 weeks. Or if it's the action plan, topics A, B, C, D, E, and each topic has a deadline, you should follow up on this. So again, the person that initiated the feedback is the person responsible for the outcome. Don't expect that if I give Sidesh feedback about something that he needs to do, he might not do it because he didn't acknowledge or whatever. But you should be call the person if they don't answer, say, have you received my email? Have you read it? Yes. Do you agree with what I said there? Yes, so and so. talk about what is and agree a common action plan, put it in writing and make sure that it happens. Okay? Otherwise, the structure is the same. Okay?
So it includes the acknowledgement as a part, which I asked basically.
Yes. Ideally, the person that receives your email says, yes, I acknowledge your email, agree, or I don't agree, or let's talk about it, or okay, so something in the lines of this.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So please try to practice this. Not try and also try among yourselves. It will be awkward at the beginning, maybe you will feel a little uncomfortable to do the words, to ask for permission and so on, but still it's a matter of respect. And when it comes to feedback, to be genuine, authentic, you have to make your ego small. Do you understand? In this company and in all companies that are successful, the CEO is wearing a t-shirt. Steve Jobs had a black t-shirt. His ego was this small, okay? Although he was, showing, so make yourself small, meaning that your ego is small, not your personality, yeah? Because you are trying to move on. Don't stay in the negative situation forever and forever and forever in a negative situation. The only way to wake up and to move from the negative situation into a positive situation is to think about what to do next. What is the next constructive step? If you stay in the same negative circle, not only that you don't get any improvements, you will fail and your life will be miserable, your results will be miserable, low and so on, and you will be unhappy all the time. Move forward, look into the future and make your ego small. You will have a lot to win. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Anyone
Great.
else has any questions? Take care, guys. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Take care.
Take care.
The presentation is there. You know where it is. Okay? Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Take
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.